What is going on, everyone? Brian here from Apocaflix Movies, and we are here to do a little casting table. And this time, it is going to be Rapunzel from Tangled. Yes, the very popular, newer of the Disney princess movies. And I'm not alone. I'm here with Jacob Bartley and one Jake Berlin,
Hello.
who I guess has decided to be the prince of this episode, I guess.
Are you surprised?
No, not in the slightest.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one that has a casting table shirt now.
Yeah, I got it a while ago. I haven't worn it much though.
Jacob has one of each shirt in every color.
Almost. Yeah. No,
each
not
shirt
in every color,
and in every color,
except a POV shirt.
But
he forgot we even had that show yesterday.
Yeah, I don't wear. No, I'm the one who said it. Keith got it wrong.
Oh, okay. But yes, we are here to do a little fan casting, if you will. And if this is the first time, what we do is we each have two actors or actresses, and we basically fan cast them in the role that we would like to see. We usually change it from anything from a new movie being remade to a Star Wars character, or maybe someone from a book. So, like I said earlier, this one is going to be Rapunzel from the Disney animated movie Tangled. Again, we each have two, and then we'll just kind of do like a round robin, say our first. Or are we going to go back up first and then first?
Oh no, we go first.
Yeah, just to get out of the way. Yeah,
just in case you don't want someone to say their backup and that ends up being your first.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, we'll say our first choice to play that character, and then our backup, and then if we have some honorable mentions, we will add that in too. So, who would like to go first?
I want Jacob to go first because I have a feeling we might have a similar pick.
Interesting. I think so too. Actually, there's one name that I think we both might have, but I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay. So I want Jacob to go first.
All right, this is the one time where all three of my choices, they're so close. I want all three of mine to be my number one. Like, I've never felt that way with casting table. Like, sometimes it's maybe two people, or even my number one. My number one is always well ahead of my number two, but on this one, it's not. And it's hard. I still haven't decided, but I'm gonna go with the one. All right, I'm going to go with my number one, and it's because of age is the only thing, because Rapunzel's supposed to be 18 when she starts to be curious about going out to the world and all that's out of her room. And that doesn't matter. You can have an actress, any age player. You totally can. And who knows what they're going to do with the movie. But I'm going to go with Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning is one of my favorite young actresses working today. She's been in a ton of stuff. She was really good in this movie, Neon Demon. She's popped up in Live by Night, the Ben Affleck movie. She's been in a ton of stuff. She's been leading movies. She kind of plays Aurora already in the Sleeping Beauty film. But that's a little different, I would say. I mean, it just depends. I think still she could do it. But other than her playing Aurora, because that's not a Sleeping Beauty movie, in my opinion. If they made a straight up Sleeping Beauty movie, I think they would do a new actress and everything. Because it's a Maleficent film, so that's she's almost a side character in that movie. So I'm gonna go with her because she's in her early 20s, but she looks like she's 18. She could totally do it. The hair is gonna probably be CGI, when it's like doing its crazy stuff, I would imagine, or just very long extensions. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I just think because she's a great actress, she's in the Disney family. I think she's probably a safe choice for it. I would say, it's a easy name to go to. But for me personally, it's because she's one of my favorites, and I just realized the Maleficent thing right now, during this recording. But I don't think that takes away from it, to be honest. It's kind of like, and the thing is, we don't think that all these movies are in a shared universe. The live action ones, maybe who knows? But it's kind of like Mahershala Ali, right? He was in that in Luke Cage, and then he was cast as Blade. They're not in the same universes, but it's still like a Marvel character. So it's kind of like that situation. I think she can do it still.
She was like the prototypical choice, which is why I left her off my list. And I knew because of
one of us always picks the prototypical choice.
Yeah, well, right? and because she already played a Disney princess, so it makes sense, and she fits the mold kind of perfectly. So
yeah.
Does that mean you would like to go next?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go next. She isn't the person that I was thinking of that Jacob and I could have been.
Yeah, I might. My backup might be one of yours, Jake.
So I picked a number. I actually have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a list of 7 people that I wrote down. I'm not naming them all. Relax. I'm not naming them all. Don't worry.
No. I only have 3.
I had fun with this casting. And my number 1 choice is someone that I've already mentioned for another role, so I'm leaving them off of this. But my number 1 choice is Angori Rice.
Okay.
Okay.
From
is that the one you thought I would choose?
Yeah, from the Spider-Man movies, and then from the Nice Guys, obviously. I think she is such a bright star. I think she has a really, really bright future. Loved her in the Nice Guys. She's had a small part in the Spider-Man movies, but I think that she could really kill it in this type of role, very different type of role. She's very similar to Lily James, and Lily James was obviously Cinderella, and so I can see the same result happening. And so yeah, I think Angori Rice would be great, and I definitely think that casting her in this lead as Tangled as this type of character would be a total success on Disney's part.
That's a great choice. To be honest,
she isn't a very well-known off the bat name, so that could be interesting.
No, she's not popular. She's not like an Elle Fanning. She is not like an Elle Fanning, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I do like that.
I like it because she fits the age like we talked about, and she's not already a Disney princess.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like it. I like it. That's a great choice. I didn't even think of her. I suck.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that she wasn't your pick because we've talked about how much we like her.
Oh yeah, ever since the Nice Guys, man, she was so good in the Nice Guys. Yeah. So yeah, I would love that.
I'm curious. I'm wondering if Jake, my number 1 was a choice that you were thinking. My number 1 is, she's played a character that is the polar opposite, and that would be Kiernan Shipka.
Yep, she was my number 1, but I picked her for Gwen Stacy or some other character. I picked her for something else. I don't know what it was.
Picked her for Gwen Stacy. I think it might have been Gwen Stacy.
Can you guys remind me who she is again? I'm not familiar with her.
Sabrina from the Sabrina show.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, you picked her for Gwen Stacy because she's absolutely perfect for Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think she would make a really good Rapunzel. Also because she kind of has that takes no crap from no man attitude, and that's kind of what Rapunzel is. She's literally the whole time just doesn't really give 2 craps about what Flynn wants to do, and she just kind of I think it would be a perfect one for her personally. So yeah, I'm going with her.
I would have to agree. I think she is absolutely brilliant. She is not in enough stuff as she should be. Sabrina is ending with his upcoming season, so hopefully we see more of her. And hopefully we see
season 2. Is it just 2 seasons?
No, this will be season 3. I
thought this is season 4.
This will be season 4. Excuse me.
Oh wow, though that happened quick. They must have.
Well, they did 2 in 1 year. They did 2 in 1 year. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, and I obviously hope that she gets cast as Gwen Stacy one day. So
Me too.
Yeah, she'll get cast as something. She's a hot name. She'll
hopefully.
She has a big career ahead of her, I believe. So my number 2 choice, which I almost chose as my number 1, and here the thing is, they don't have to go an 18-year-old Rapunzel. They could say Rapunzel has been locked in here until she was 28 or 25, 24, whatever. It doesn't even matter what age Rapunzel is. It really doesn't. And this, I think, would be a great choice if you want to go with more adult-looking people. And this is Samara Weaving. I freaking love Samara Weaving.
Love her.
Not only is she one of the most gorgeous people on Earth, but she's also very talented. I like her. I still haven't seen Ready or Not, which I need to watch Ready or Not. I have it in my HBO queue, like as it's at the top of my watch list on the HBO queue. So if someone doesn't challenge me to it, I'm going to be watching it pretty soon here. But yeah, I just think that, she's another one where if you ask a casual fan her name, they don't know her.
They'll have no idea.
If you say, oh, that girl from Ready or Not, and they'll be like, oh, that girl kind of looks like Margot Robbie, people will say. And I think she's also Australian. So and she was I haven't seen it yet, but she was Bill and Ted Face the Music.
She played one of the daughters. You are correct.
So I just think if they weren't worried about age and they wanted to go a little bit older, and the thing is, I mean, Cinderella, they went with, actors and actresses like a little bit older. So I could see them doing something like that. And so I just think she would be a great fit for it. And she hasn't had a blow up role necessarily yet.
Yeah. And remember, Rapunzel, she turns 18 in the movie, and 18's that fine line where you can kind of teeter between a 30-year-old playing them or
exactly. Yeah. And they do that all the time. They have adults play high schoolers all the time.
Exactly. I like choice. I didn't think of her, but I think she's brilliant, and yeah, she's incredible in Ready or Not. So I definitely recommend
That's who I thought our same choice was going to be.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, I did not have her on the list, but the one person I did have on the list as my backup is Lily Reinhardt from Riverdale. She's a little older. She looks a little older, more older than most of the actresses on the list. But she plays a very similar Rapunzel-esque character on the show, where she's kind of sheltered. She's since season 1, she's kind of been exploring and branching out a little bit, and that's very much what the story of Tangled is. Obviously with Disney quirks and stuff like that, but I also think that Lily Reinhardt is just kind of slowly getting to a point where she's going to blow up at some point. She just did a movie on Amazon called Chemical Hearts, I think it's called.
She was in Hustlers.
She was in Hustlers, you are correct. So she's starting to get those roles, and she also fits a Disney princess vibe. Like, that's the kind of vibe that she gives off. And so I could definitely see her pulling off this role. And like you said, Jacob, they can kind of play around with the age a little bit, and she definitely looks older than someone like an Angori Rice or Kiernan Shipka.
I mean, and she's 24, so
exactly. So it's not far enough off. But she's one of my favorite young working actresses, and I think that it's only a matter of time until she reaches the movies. More than likely when Riverdale ends, but yeah, I think that she'd be a great choice for this.
And you guys watch so much TV, I can't even keep up, because like you guys are always bringing up and coming TV actors.
TV actors and actresses are the best.
Yeah, no, and they're the perfect ones to jump to these major movie roles. So, man, I need to step my game up. I heard Sabrina and Riverdale aren't in the same universe, are they?
Yes, they are.
The shows are.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Because I know the comics come from the same.
The towns are next to each other.
It's the Archer universe.
But it's
Archie,
on CW and Netflix, though, right?
Sabrina's on Netflix. Riverdale's on CW.
But they still exist.
But there was a Riverdale crossover in the most recent season of Sabrina.
So there's fantastical elements in Riverdale?
Yes. Not as much as in Sabrina, but they hint at fantastical stuff in Riverdale.
It exists in their reality.
Yes.
Interesting. I need to watch both of those shows.
Yeah. So mine is a name that you don't. My second one is a name that you don't really hear that much anymore, but I think she deserves a shot again, and that is Emily Browning from Sucker Punch. If you don't know who that is, she even kind of looks like she could be the perfect Rapunzel type character. And I mean, she kicks ass in Sucker Punch. And so you know that she can what?
No, that she kicks ass. Like, I was laughing.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So she does. And I just think she would kind of be a badass Rapunzel too. Kind of like Kiernan Shipka, where it's like, it's not like, I don't need some man to come save me type character. And, that's kind of Rapunzel's MO too. So I think those two Either one would be really cool, and I think she'd be a good choice too.
I like it. That's an out of left field choice. I like it.
Yeah, it definitely is. And she was in that Tom Hardy movie where he played the two
Legend.
Yeah, he was like one of the brothers' love interest in that. She's from the Extraordinary. What is that thing? The Jim Carrey one, but they made it the Lemony Snicket thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God!
Series of
unfortunate events.
Yeah. She was in that. I like her, and the funny thing is, she's 31, but she looks like she's 18.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she looks young. That's for sure.
The age issue would not matter at all.
Yeah, it's a good choice, Brian. I like it.
Yeah,
no, thank you
for sure.
But any honorable mentions? I just had my 2. So
I have an honorable mention.
Go ahead, Jacob.
It's so this one. Look, I feel like we're always searching for people that are lesser known and trying to give them a shot, but this one I would be okay with this too, and that's Florence Pugh. If they cast Florence Pugh as Rapunzel, who would be upset with that? Like, it would be great.
I have a couple, and I'll just name the 2 that I have. One of them is Katherine Newton. Katherine Newton is from the upcoming that Freaky Friday movie that with Vince Vaughn.
So good.
I don't know what it's called. I forgot the name of it.
It's called Freaky.
Oh, is it called Freaky?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's
what?
Nothing. She's Katherine Newton. She's in that upcoming movie. She was also in
what's it called from HBO, right?
Big Little Lies. She played Reese's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she was in Pokemon.
She's in Pokemon.
Good call. You're right. Yeah. So there you go. So Katherine Newton. She was like my last choice, but the one that I have that would have snuck up there if she was blonde. Obviously, it doesn't matter. But I can't
dye her hair.
I can't see this actress as a blonde personally, and it's just because I watched her new movie today, and that is Millie Bobby Brown.
Bro, I was gonna say that too. So I was just watching Enola Holmes.
Yeah, Enola Holmes.
I'm almost done with it. I actually really like it so far.
It's great.
I really like it so far.
She is perfect for the role. Like, she is so good. She is on the rise of being the best young actress in the business right now. She is so charismatic. She captures the screen. She stole the scenes away from Henry Cavill and Sam Claflin and everybody else. She really does fit the mold, but I just can't see her as a blonde.
No, me neither.
Which is why I didn't mention her. But I would be interested to see if they did do something with her in the movie and see how it turned out, because I think that she could play the role of perfectly.
Absolutely. And she can do action too in Enola Holmes.
100%.
I want to see her. She's going to do big things either way.
100%.
Yeah.
I kind of want Katherine Newton as my number 1 now.
Hey, that's a good choice, man. Like, honestly, I think that happens sometimes when we do these. Like, somebody else says one that you didn't think of, and you're like, oh, that would have been my number 1. Like, Angori Rice probably would have been my number 1 if I would have thought of her, to be honest. I just, even
we do this.
Even when I search like young actresses, some of the names don't pop up. I didn't even see her when I was looking around.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one. Did you have any more on your scroll? You said of 7.
No, I mean, I had Anya Taylor-Joy was another one. And then I had the girl who plays Stargirl, Brec Bessinger.
Oh, that would be a good one too.
Which she's up and coming for sure. But yeah, I didn't mention them because they were kind of on the back end. But yeah, I just kind of threw out a bunch of names. I had a lot of fun with this one because there's a lot of people that can fit the mold, and Rapunzel's a very popular character, and they're going to need to get it right for this one. So
I know it's funny because the one I kept seeing pop up was Amanda Seyfried.
Too old. Maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this was fun because we always pick our like male superhero characters or things like that, or even like a female Star Wars character. So this was one that like I like switching it up and doing something different. So
I picked this one today because the next like 7 are probably going to be male superheroes.
The good thing is too, they're probably going to announce the Rapunzel cast,
and that's another reason why.
So we had to get this out.
100%.
Yeah. 3 grown 27-year-old, almost 30-year-old men casting Rapunzel. Yeah, we're all
executives do it every day.
I know. But that's going to do it for us in the casting table. Let us know what you think. Do you like any of our choices for Rapunzel? whose is your favorite? Let us know in the comments so that way we can get a good feel of what you guys think the next Rapunzel should be. So for Apocaflix Movies, I'm Brian, that is Jake, and that is Jacob, and we will see you guys next time.